In this installment, we're taking a very quick look at the overhead, which previously we didn't have, but Myra from accounting was nice enough to read them into this table and put it in the same format that we had for all the other data. The import went without problem. All the values were recognized as decimal values. So now we can very quickly start building visuals with them. So in the data model, I connected the fact overhead table to the date table, and we're good to go. In most cases, when analyzing overhead cost, the main questions are what is the cost structure and which type of overhead is the highest, which is the second highest, so you know where to concentrate managing priorities. As you see, I've already prepared this page. I have a month slicer on the right side. I will zoom in on the donut chart in a moment, so you won't see this, but you know there is a month slicer in which I can switch from month to month. In this case, the overhead was divided into 8 categories. The highest is sum of occupancy, and no matter which month you click, you see the relations between the amounts don't change too much. What changes the most is promotion and marketing, I believe. Yeah, personnel is, this is the personnel that is not working in production. This is the personnel that's working on payroll and accounting in the administrative part of the company. So you see the relations do not change too much, like insurances and fees don't explode one month suddenly. This is the orange little bit here. Insurances and fees doesn't change too much from month to month, or well, sometimes not at all for quite a while. Then here, personnel overhead doesn't change too much from month to month. Sometimes it jumps up in December if companies are paying Christmas bonuses. IT costs surprisingly low in this company. Okay. Promotion and marketing varies quite a bit depending on whether the company thinks this year we need more or less marketing. So in the beginning, I think they start out, let's see, in the beginning they start out with not too much of a marketing budget, but in the second year, yeah, they put in a bit more. No, a bit more. Then as we go down the timeline, February. Yeah, depreciation of course varies depending on the assets that are being used in the company and the expected life cycle that they have, how many years they will be in use. Admin overhead, things like postage, telephone, internet cost, not much. Shipping varies. Of course, that depends largely on in which country have the customers bought the most. So, it's obviously it costs more shipping stuff to Greece than it costs to ship it inside the United States. Okay, yeah, and that's already pretty much it. There's no big story to tell. The overhead is not depending on the amount produced or sold for the most part, except the shipping, of course, and it's arguable whether it belongs in here anyway. But everything else in most companies will remain pretty much the same every month, depending on the business model and on the complexity of the business model. This is a relatively simple one, so there really isn't much more to say about it. Have fun. Godspeed.